we continue looking at the legendary Japanese car series, this is a subscription offering to, I think, locals in Japan only. Today we are going to be looking at 61 through 70. This is the recent shipment I just received. And we're going to start off with a Celica GT4. Looks like a 1989 version. We'll do one total unwrapping like we're doing now, just so I can show you how these things come packaged. And then for future ones, we will skip ahead and just show the car. But I wanted you guys to see how they come packaged. Basically what you get if you buy these on the secondary market, if you're here in the States, or if you are watching this in Japan and you have this subscription service or thinking about getting it, blah, blah, blah. This is just to show you what all each model comes with. These are going to be licensed models from a company called DeAgostini, and they do a lot of subscription offerings. This is a Toyota. You can see right there with the Toyota licensing. Each one comes with an acrylic top, a plastic base or plinth, and this one has almost like a carbon fiber effect on it. The models are IXO, basically castings out of a company called IXO in Bangladesh. These are some pretty old castings, but this is a new line being done for this subscription service, as I understand it. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. So we're going to look at a 1989 Celica GT4. Let's start by, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Since I keep these on the base, we're just going to keep these on the base. We're not going to take them off. I will tell you, each one has a plastic base to the model. It has rubber tires with tread on them, and it's held together by screws. So we won't be taking them off the base. But if you are thinking about buying them, that is what is underneath the car. Starting here on the back, you can see we've got some nice defroster lines on the back glass. Hopefully this will all be in focus. We have got a nice Toyota registration plate. All of these are going to have lensed lamp detail. So we've got a third brake light. See that red strip on top of the spoiler above the license plate. We have got multiple colors on the rear tail lamp lenses. White for your backup. A separate piece down below for your muffler for the exhaust system. These should all have fairly accurate wheel designs and hubcaps if applicable. Most of them are going to have rims. A lot of 80s and 90s goodness on the door in terms of marquee and moldings and badging. You can see GT4 on the door here. Look at the weather stripping along the door. Nice. Most of them all have really well done mirrors. Let's see if they reflect on this one. They do have a little bit of reflectivity. You can see the silver or chrome paint on the mirrors on the side view. This one right there, you can see even that really nice windshield wiper on the back glass. There's a good shot of those defroster lines. Body lines on these models are some of the best in 1/64 scale diecast. Coming around on the front, you'll notice the dash, it's got a right-hand drive. These are all Japanese setups on the driving orientation for the vehicle. Right-hand drive, got wipers across the windscreen. I just always appreciate the matte black around the windscreen to simulate like a rubber weather strip. This one has a hood scoop on it. Toyota on the front plate. These are live reviews. Basically, I am seeing them for the first time as you look at them. This is a great way to start off a 1989 Celica GT4 as part of the DeAgostini Legendary Japanese Cars series. Number 62 in the series is one that most 1/64 scale diecast fans have seen plenty of. I know I said I was going to unwrap only one, but here we are. This is a 1983 Skyline 2000 Turbo RS, also known as the R30. And this car caused quite a stir when Hot Wheels brought out a version of it not too long ago. You guys all remember scrambling to find that. Here it is. Look at the lovely fender mirrors on this guy. Look at the little logo on the hood here. We'll jump ahead by looking at that, but we'll go back to these really well done front headlights as opposed to the rear headlights. The headlamps, look how they've got a little bit of depth to them. Really nice detail that they took note of. Grille looks good. Pretty clean red paint. You can see not a lot of bubbles or orange peel on that. Look at the interior. We've got a nice red interior. Seats look like bucket seats. Black dash on that. Coming around on the side, a very familiar Turbo RS badging on the door. Love the cladding going up from the bottom, from the rocker all the way up to the middle of the door. Chrome door handles. Even those those fender mirrors have a little bit of chrome in there to make it look like they reflect. Chrome trim around the windshield, windows, and back glass. More defroster lines printed on the back here. Tail lamps look good. Love it when they are trimmed out in black. Love the inner lamp here that's got the black dot and the reverse light in the bottom left-hand corner of this guy, bottom right-hand corner of the other one. Badging on the deck lid as well. This is a beauty. This is number 62. '63 is a absolute killer Lexus LFA. 2010, just in case you guys wondered if there were modern cars in this series. There are some, a lot more modern than 2010, but this is a incredible choice for a 2010 model. Lexus LFA. Look at that side profile. Wheels look right. Start around here on the back. I thought about, full transparency here, I thought about pulling up some other examples of these vehicles to compare. You're going to have to take my word for it. These are some of the best examples of them. My concern is I was going to grab models that weren't exactly identical, and I was definitely going to hear about that in the comments. But I wanted to really highlight and focus on these models. So we'll look at these today. Look at the body lines on this guy. We've got, lens tail lamps again. I love the matte black for the vents and grills on this vehicle as opposed to gloss. Look at the tri-exhaust. Very identifiable feature of this car. And I don't know if you can see, but look at that center console right there. You get detail on the interior, not just exceptional detail on the outside. This is why I try to get my hands on these high detail premium 1/64 scale diecast cars. Lensed headlamps follow the contour of the front bumper perfectly, and the Lexus badge absolutely legible and clear on the hood and proportionate to the rest of the vehicle. Number 63 is a Lexus LFA. I just added a Mazda RX8 to my collection from TLV Neo. I know I said I wouldn't talk about other brands, but this guy right here holds its own against arguably the best brand in 1/64 scale diecast, Tomica Limited Vintage Neo. This is your DeAgostini version of a Mazda RX8, a 2003 model. Wheels are perfect. This has got a hint, believe me if you can't see it, of a metal flake red paint job. It's not a, just straight up single stage red paint. Got some metal flake in there, trim around the glass. Look at the tail lamps. You guys know that those tail lamps look exactly right. The white reverse outline on those inner red lamps. Mazda badge looking good on the deck lid. Exhaust looking good on this car as well. Black interior makes it hard to pick up any detail on those, but there's plenty there. We've even got white bucket seats. May not be able to see it really well, but as I look at these doors, there's even white interior trim panels on the inside of the doors. So there's a lot going on the interior. I mentioned before at the beginning, if you do want to take it apart, they're held together by screws. They're not riveted. You can pop it open and take a look at the inside. I wouldn't, but it would be fun to look at all that detail. Look at, even on the side view mirrors, there's black where it connects to the door pillar. There's like 2 colors on the side view mirror, and that is definitely not what you get with most models in this scale. Really surprised how much I like this Mazda RX8. Back to Toyota for number 65, another Celica, however you say it where you live. Liftback, 1973 version. Look at those beefy tires. Seems like this one might be riding a little high. This is almost an off-road setup on this guy. Fender mirrors. I do like that they tried so hard to get the wheels right. You can see red center caps on that, and look at the red trim on the rocker. It seems like part of a trim package that this vehicle had. Coming around on the back, you remember how those black rear body panels went all the way across the back. It's almost like Mustang tail lamps on this guy, but those are plastic lens covers, maybe with black paint across them. A GT in between there. That might be paint, actually. I can't tell on my little screen as I film this. When I go back and look at it, I'll probably be able to tell. What else have we got here? Love the chrome bumper on this guy. This is a 1973, and this is a legendary Japanese cars series. It goes all the way back to, I believe, the 40s. So we've got a car here about 50 years old, and you guys recognize all the chrome they used to put on those cars back then. Seems like Toyota borrowed a lot of American muscle inspiration on this guy, but it is a heck of a car. 1973 Celica Liftback. First 5 cars alternated white, red, white, red. Got our first splash of color here. We've got a Fairlady 280Z, Nissan. 1978 is the year of this Z. Let's start here on the back. Look at the body lines. You can see that body line right there, but it is not like really defined, but it's so well made. The casting is so well done that it is straight and it is clearly defined. I love the quality of these cars. Okay, tail lamps. You can see right here how they stick out See how there's depth there? These are plastic pieces for your tail lamps. Orange, white, red on the bottom, just like it is in real life. Nissan badge on the tail, rear wiper. See those defroster lines again. Back glass trimmed out in silver. This one has a lot of paint for your trim, although it does have, nope, it's going to be paint all for the trim, maybe because it was so skinny back then on this vehicle. Cowl is in matte black. Vents are in matte black. Black interior on this guy. Love the wiper details on all of these. Look at the badge here on the hood. And you even get plastic pieces for your tail lamps, or excuse me, headlamps, even though they're super tiny. Might have some paint here for your indicator lamps on the front bumper. Anyhow, beautiful yellow Fairlady 280Z, number 66 in the collection. 67 is one even the most casual car observer will know. This is your WRX STI 1996 Subaru Impreza in the blue and gold setup. Love the black trim around all the glass, the black door handles, the black side view mirrors. Paint looks good on the hood and the scoops. Yep, we got some pink here. Look right beside the indicator lamps. We've got the STI badges on the front bumper. And I believe, isn't the Subaru badge in the grille pink on this vehicle for that STI trim? Coming around here on the rear, we have got really good detail on the back. A nice individual piece for your bumper. Muffler, again, always going to be an individual piece. Looks like we got a little bit of, what is that? I mean, is that a little itty bitty moonroof there? I don't know this car. Never been in one. Someone help me out. Look at the bucket seat detail you get on this one though, guys. Let's see if we can get any kind of detail on that. I just can't get it with this camera for some reason. There you go. High level of detail. You've got a center console as well on that. So, a little bit of red trim on the headrest. And this is a Subaru Impreza WRX STI 1996. 68 to me truly is a legend. This CRX is how a lot of guys my age got into cars, let's be honest, and also loud radios. Plenty of bass coming out of CRXs in the high school parking lot that I went to. 1984 Honda CRX. I don't know what Ballade Sports, maybe that's a company that did some modifications like RWB, something like that. Dual overhead cam, DOHC on the passenger side door here. A little bit of detail with a door lock. A little dot of silver paint for that. Love the charcoal cladding going up the side of the car. CRX here on the back, on the rear body. Tail lamp detail on that. Wipers across the back here. Glass on these things seems a little cloudy. I don't know what that's about. These are all new, unopened models. But the glass has usually got a little bit of a blur to it. Look at the headlamps. We didn't talk about that. Honda badge on the hood here. And the interior, got some wild seats on this one. Almost like a black and white stripe, like a zebra pattern on those seats. Love the wheels. Always appreciate authentic wheels. All right, number 68, Honda CRX. 69 is one that Auto World just put out a killer version of this. Here is your DeAgostini version. Tires look like they have air in them. They're rounded. This is a 81 Celica. Mirrors, fender mirrors have some silver paint in there to make it look like they reflect. Red interior, looking good. Plenty of detail on that. Everything matches on the inside on that one, red all around. Although you do get, here on the back package tray, you get a darker red, almost like it's carpet back there, or plastic. Here is your detail on the back. Tail lamps look right. Look at it from the side. Really nice silver paint job on this one. The paint is clean and really well done. Yeah, not a lot to say. That one kind of speaks for itself. 1981, number 69 in the series. Last one in this batch is a Subaru BRZ 2017. Newest one of the bunch that we are looking at today. You guys have seen a lot of BRZs, from Tomica Mainline to Premium to Hot Wheels Premium to Matchbox. A lot of blue BRZs. Probably none as detailed as this. Look at that rear spoiler here. Separate piece, goes all the way around. Is that the right size? That is an interesting spoiler if it is. Black on black wheels, looking good, with a Subaru badge on your center cap. I think Subaru, maybe a BRZ logo, I'm not sure. Coming around here on the rear, looking good. Dual exhaust on this guy. Red bucket seats on this one. A lot of colors on the interior here. We've got black and red bucket seats. We've got even detail on the dash. I know you guys probably can't see it. Trust me, it's there. Fender has some detail. Fender even has a reflector here in front of the wheel. So they do the old cars really well. They do these new cars, newer cars, as well as the old ones too. Well, it's been a pleasure. We've looked at 10 more from the legendary Japanese car series. This is number 70. In a few weeks, maybe a couple months, we should have another 10. There are 100 cars in this series, and I'm trying to get them all. So it would be my pleasure to show them all to you. Go back and check out some of the other videos for the first 60 cars in the series. We have them all to date, and I will look for you guys on the next video. Take care.